Who knew a bunch of plush toys could cause so much chaos? These are SML's most viral moments that broke the internet by pushing the boundaries of comedy, challenging censorship, and that left us questioning everything. We're kicking things off with an SML classic, the joke that became a meme, Jeffy's green beans.
Jeffy!
All right, Jeffy, here's your dinner, green beans. Woodpecker! Jeffy!
Jeffy, that's not a bad word.
Well, the second word means
For those not in the know, Jeffy's green beans basically boils down to this. Jeffy hates green beans. Seriously, this kid would rather wrestle a raccoon than take a bite. He actually hammered his own head instead of taking a bite.
You wouldn't have to eat them, but you're not allergic, so eat them, Jeffy.
allergic. I got an idea.
Jeffy, did you eat your green bean? Jeffy, where'd you go, Jeffy?
Maybe he went to his room, Marvin.
Jeffy, you are so grounded for not eating your green beans.
Oh, Jeffy, what happened to you?
Yeah, Jeffy, what happened?
This hatred fuels some of SML's most iconic moments. It's classic rebellious kid behavior, constantly putting him at odds with Marvin, which is something a lot of viewers can probably relate to. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. Remember when SML tried their hand at actual story arcs? Let's rewind to 2012 in the series that had everyone on the edge of their seats, Mario and Luigi, Stupid and Dumb Adventures. This series wasn't just random skits. It had plot twists, reoccurring characters, and an ending that people still argue about today, especially the season 2 finale. The internet lost it over this. Some fans thought it was brilliant, others felt cheated, but one thing's for sure, that finale cemented Stupid and Dumb Adventures as legendary. But things weren't always sunshine and rainbows in the world of SML. In fact, things got real awkward real fast. Remember when SML went mainstream? Yeah, about that. SML landed a spot on Good Morning America. You'd think it'd be a dream come true, right? Wrong. Turns out, potty-mouthed puppets and screaming toddlers don't exactly scream family-friendly morning show. Parents were furious. The internet was torn. Was it a hilarious train wreck, or was SML just too much for the mainstream? Either way, it proved that what flies online doesn't always translate to the real world.
I never thought I was done before.
You're done now.
If you thought you were gonna get your Super Mario Logan channel back, you better stop thinking that right now.
You're like
Nail in the coffin.
Good Morning America's about to destroy you.
Speaking of things that keep coming back, how many times has Chef Pee-Pee actually quit? Seriously, I've lost count. Every time you think he's gone for good, and every time he's back in another video, ready for more torture at the hands of Bowser Jr. It's a formula that, for better or worse, just works. Is it repetitive? Absolutely. But is it still funny? For millions of viewers, the answer is a resounding yes. But even SML isn't safe from the long arm of the law, or in this case, the big N. Remember when Nintendo almost shut down SML? Well, it's time to talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say, the plumber in the courtroom. In 2021, SML fans like us were hit with some shocking news. Nintendo had issued a cease and desist forcing Logan to stop using their characters. It wasn't just a blow to Logan's income, it was a blow to the heart of SML. Think about it, those plushies weren't just toys, they were practically family. Some people even saw them as a character so familiar to them as one would see to SpongeBob. Fans were outraged, petitions circulated, diss tracks dropped, it was chaos, and it highlighted the weird power dynamic between these huge companies and individual creators. Logan had to adapt, switching to human puppets, but for a lot of us, SML just hasn't been the same since. Now past that, there's a time when a different kind of character took the internet by storm, finding their way into everything, including SML. I'm talking, of course, about Five Nights at Freddy's. Those animatronics were everywhere. Love it or hate it, you couldn't escape the jump scares, the theories, the Freddy Fazbear fever, and SML dove headfirst into the madness with the launch of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Were the Five Nights at Freddy's videos a little bit of a cash grab? Maybe a little, but they were also creative, funny, and genuinely a little scary at times. It was a wild era and proof that Logan wasn't afraid to ride the wave of a trend, as long as he could put his own SML spin on it.
He didn't even have balls.
I saw with my eyes Freddy scratch his balls!
Oh, he's not plugged in. You're just hallucinating. Come on, I want to show you the security office.
I know I saw you scratch your balls. Hey, he's moving again!
No, he's not. Come on.
Speaking of controversial jokes, remember Cody's mom? Yeah, this one divides the fan base. On one hand, It is classic SML humor, over the top, ridiculous, and definitely not for the easily offended. But for some people, it just goes too far. Is it harmless fun, or does it cross a line? It sparks a debate about how much is too much when it comes to comedy. Ultimately, people got sick of the Cody's mom jokes, and Logan ended up toning down the jokes, showing that even SML has to evolve with the times, at least a little bit.
Well, Cody, she's so huge, she would take up the whole house, and she wouldn't be on the second floor because the floor would collapse. And also, you gave me a fork instead of a spoon. Listen, lady, I understand you eat cake all the time, so you always need a fork, but I need a spoon, you fat pig.
And I want to be with Bowser.
Yep, we already talked about it, and we're getting married.
What? Getting married? Dad, you can't marry this cow.
Hey, Junior, watch your mouth, okay? Just go to your room.
Now let's fast forward to a slightly less controversial, but no less epic SML milestone, Jeffy's 18th birthday. Our favorite diaper-wearing, tantrum-throwing menace was all grown up. Okay, maybe not all grown up, but it was a big deal in the SML world. Felt like the end of an era. But it wasn't all cake and chaos. There were some genuinely sweet moments too. It showed that under all the screaming destruction, Jeffy was still part of the family, and we got an amazing long SML movie from it. And speaking of family, remember when we almost got an SML movie? That's right, an SML movie. Not an SML movie, an SML movie. The news dropped and the internet basically exploded. Imagine Jeffy Jr., Chef Pee-Pee all on the big screen. People were making fan trailers, brainstorming plot ideas. It was like the Super Bowl of SML, but then nothing. Years passed, hype died down, and then the SML movie became this weird mythical thing. Will it ever happen? Who knows? But hey, that's showbiz, right? Sometimes the greatest stories are the ones that never got told, or at least not yet. Now, for our final SML moment, we need to go back to where it all began. The video that introduced the world to the chaotic king himself, Jeffy, Mario the Babysitter, 2016. A seemingly normal day in the SML world, or so we all thought. Then, this little guy shows up. The rest, as they say, is history. Jeffy became a phenomenon, spawning countless memes, catchphrases, and even a few controversies along the way. Love him or hate him, there's no denying Jeffy changed SML forever. He brought in a whole new audience, pushed the boundaries of what was considered acceptable, and honestly, some of his lines are just pure gold. Hell, this video probably wouldn't exist today if Jeffy wasn't a thing. So there you have it, the 10 SML moments that broke the internet. From viral jokes to mainstream meltdowns, from corporate showdowns to the birth of a legend, SML has never been afraid to make a splash. And hey, if you're brave enough to venture into the wild world of SML, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss up on the next internet deep dive. Oh, if you really want your voice heard, become a channel member. Members get to submit their own SML theories, and who knows, yours might just become our next video. Speaking of theories, ever heard about the one about Jeffy having a normal day? Yeah, about that. Things get a little creepy. We're talking full-blown SML creepypasta time. Find out what happens in the video on screen now.